Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest, harvesting in the new harvester on the new field. Yeah, the sunflowers are ready. We're still in the upper plateau in the same in-game day as we've been, it seems like, I don't know, 4 episodes now. But progress is being made. The evening is getting close to coming to an end, but we're doing pretty good up here in the upper plateau. This is the last field that we have to harvest up here today. Yeah, I relieved Frank Jr. of his duties of harvesting up here, and his mother got to go home. Frank Jr. is now taking care of the weeds in, well, I don't know what field I want to call that in, but the new big field in a way, kind of, maybe. He's taking care of weeds. Actually, he's right over that knoll there in that general corner there, that field there, that one. Yeah. So Frank himself, you can see him right through the trees right there. He's seeding that field right there, and he's almost done. The weeds are coming along down from north to south, I guess we can call it, or as we look at the map right now, left to right. But this field, yeah, I'm glad this field turned to harvest so we can take care of it today. I think the field needs to be plowed, which is not a problem because we're going to expand this field here. And I need to get this done so when Frank gets done seeding that field, and he's got a small field of seed, and then of course the one, field number 4 in the northwest. Yeah, he needs to seed that one as well. So hopefully by the time he does get around to getting to this field here, we'll have it all taken care of. As for the lower plateau, the John Deere and the TA have finished seeding the big cotton field, and actually the TA is up here right now. It's parked in the yard to our left. Yeah, he's going to be the one, we're going to be using that tractor to plow with because, yeah, I don't have another spare tractor up here, so the TA is up here to plow. And then we're going to have to spread some lime on the field because I'm pretty sure after you plow in areas that didn't have a field before, we got to put some lime down, so we'll go ahead and take care of that. But it's not going to take me too long to woof through the sunflower seed, and we'll stick it to the silo. I'm kind of hoping in a way it fits all in, and it probably should. The reason being, 1, the field needs to be plowed, so there's, you know, I'm going to lose yield on that. And 2, it does not have no fertilizer on it, so it's going to yield kind of like crap, which is fine. That's not a big deal. So yeah, at the end of the canola harvest, we have like 300,000 liters of canola in the silo. The price is terrible, so we're going to hang on to it. It looks like by the end of this day here, we're not going to be paying off any of the loan whatsoever. But I mean, we spent some money today. I think in this in-game day, we bought this harvester, bought a new header as well, but sold the the masher. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see it go, but really, it was getting out of its league with all the work we have to do up here. So the class Lexian should definitely help us out, get the work done a lot quicker. I'm pretty sure Frank Jr. and Frank will appreciate it up here once they get going up here. I'm thinking I need to stop buying land up here for now, so because it's just getting to be a lot of work, honestly. So I think we're just going to go ahead and focus on the $12.5 million we have left on the loan, and once we get that paid off, we'll buy land afterwards. I mean, there isn't that much more land up here to buy, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's time to really, I don't want to say dig into the loan because we dug into the loan pretty well, I think. But yeah, it's just going to be too much work up here to keep moving all the workers around, and it takes a while. And being a single player and trying to get all the fields done on a map, it can take a lot of work, even with hired help. It takes, because you're always moving vehicles around. People need to be unloaded. Refill implements, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just going to be too much work. So yeah, I think from now on, of course, you know me, I want to change my mind in about 3 episodes. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start focusing back on the loan, getting that paid off. We got enough land up here. We have enough land up here, and as you can see, I got plenty of room to expand this field. Of course, this field's going to merge with that one right there, so it's going to get a little bit bigger. Actually, that field right there used to be 2 separate fields. Yeah, I think that's fields 11 and 12. I think that's what they are. Yeah, fields 11 and 12. And this is field 10. So 10, 11, and 12 are going to be all one field now. Will be shortly. Let's see, do I have any work else going on? What else? So I was just checking on some things because it's been a week since I did a recording, so I have to refresh my memory of what the heck's going on here. So I've been kind of taking care of some things before I started recording. Went down, took care of the factories, especially the whiskey factory. That was full. So I got all the crates out of there, put aside, filled it up with some water. It's got plenty of wheat in it, so it should be going most of the night. Actually, it should go through all the night until it's full. Checking on the animals. The animals are all doing good. Nothing to really sell at this current stage right now. You know, we're going to park this right here. This does need to go into the silo. And actually, let me do this. And we'll get the truck and move it on over and put some sunflower into here. Yeah, basically the other silo right now, the other silo has become my overflow. So when this silo gets full, which holds 500,000 liters, we'll dump it into the other one. Let's go ahead and just let that unload here. Turn that off, and let's get the map out so we can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, Frank is just about done with this field here. Frank Jr. is taking care of the weeds here. Then he's got to take care of the weeds over here. Frank needs to come over here and seed field 22 and then field number 4. I think he might get done before I can get done. And the only way I'm going to get done is if I actually get back to flipping work, man. Because I got about an hour left of daylight. I don't want to be doing this in the dark. I want to get this field reseeded, and a little bit of lag there. What's that? Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and get this field plowed on up. Let's go ahead and unfold this. And let me get the HUD up to make sure. I want to allow to create fields. There we go. That should be good. Now these fields should line up, I think. If not, they're going to pretty soon. I don't want to extend it more that way because workers seem to be just fine the way they are. Lower the plow, please. Thank you very much. So I should use GPS for this, but I'm not going to. I'm kind of going in a straight line. I realize if I were to keep an eye on the compass on the right-hand side, I would be able to, but you know, it's going to be good enough. And do I want to expand it over to there? Yeah, I'm thinking not right now. And it looks like Frank Jr. is the one that's already done. Not Frank Jr., but Frank himself. Hang on a second, Frank. We'll get you moved here in just a moment. Let me get at least the outline of this field kind of where I need it to be. Not the straightest of lines, I know. But I think I am going to expand it a little bit more on this side. I could change my mind here in 30 seconds like I always do. So, yeah, money-wise, we're doing okay for today. What is it? We need like $45,000 at midnight now for the horse helper. And, of course, the loan interest. Trying to leave myself a little bit of room here by the trees. Yep. This is looking pretty good through here. And I'm trying to remember. Was it 17 or was it 19 where the sheep pasture was right here where I'm plowing? I think this was that's 19 version, isn't it? I don't remember now. There we go, and then line it back up just like that, and that will work for me. All right, let's go ahead and get Frank on moved over because he needs to. All right, so you don't need course, but how are you doing on fertilizer and seed? You're doing fine. So I just filled you up a little while ago. So we're going to have soybeans everywhere. Because don't forget, in the lower plateau, where we usually plant wheat, we had too much wheat. So I'm thinking, yeah, we got to skip a session of wheat. So we planted soybeans down there as well. So in a couple days, we're going to have loads of soybeans. So fingers crossed that the price of soybeans is good on the day we harvest. If not, whatever, we'll just store it. I do have to come over here and do the headland on this side because when Frank gets to work, and he doesn't like working too close to the sheds over here, so sometimes he turns prematurely, so I'll help him on out. then he doesn't like this cliffside over here either. So let me go ahead and help him because I got to do the other headland on the other side. And then I can get back to work. Well, technically I'm working right now, but you know what I'm talking about. I need to get that field done because it's not going to take Frank long to seed this field since I'm already doing like 25% of it for him. So the work up here, yeah, we'll definitely start to go a little bit faster. As for the new drill up here, yeah, it's just, I don't want to say it requires too much horsepower. The tractors I have can pull that drill. The issue is it's just marginal, and with the hills up here, it's probably not going to work. And honestly, Frank is getting pretty good with this tractor and this drill, and I think he's comfortable with it, so we're just going to let him keep on doing what he's doing. But trying to come up with a plan here, what to do, money-wise, where the money's going to come from for the next few days. Well, it all comes down to how the market is. All right, Frank, there you go. You got it, dude. You got it. Oh, yeah, we need to spread some lime around here. Yeah, so I just need to keep on circling around like I was. Let's just turn around like this. So as for the animals, we just apparently looking at the stats of the animals, it looks like we just sold the pigs in this in-game day because we only got like 350 pigs, so it's going to be a couple days before they're ready to be sold. The horses, yeah, the first set of horses is going to be like another 5 days, so we're ways off on that. So it's come down to the price of eggs and milk. That's some things we got to sell. Canola we got to sell. And right now the milk price is going up. How high is it going to go up? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. And we do have over, I think it's over 500,000 liters of milk now. So we're doing pretty good on that front. The eggs, I really don't know how many eggs we got. But we do have enough. So the next time, the price right now is actually for eggs is like 2,700. And we've seen it definitely over 3,000. So we're just going to hold out. Hold out as long as we can until that price does get over 3,000, and then we'll sell, or unless I fill up all of my pallets up there, and then, yeah, then we'll sell it. I think Frank might get done before I do, but that's fine. He's still got field number 4 to go, but I got to plow and spread some lime down on this field. Go ahead and get one more headland done on this side here, then we'll make it just a little bit easier. And then we'll have to create this new field so Frank knows where to go, or else he's going to get lost. In theory, if I mean this is realistic and you were doing this, I'd definitely be plowing the other field as well, but don't need to. And right now, time is money. Yes, also tomorrow morning in game, the grass field should be ready. And that there, since we did hay last time, we can go ahead and make silage. So that may bring in somewhere around 160,000 if the price is right. We got to keep our eye on the barn pricing. And of course we do have some cotton. 7 modules worth. And at 40,000 liters apiece, that's 280,000 liters. So we're looking for a price up near $2,000 again. So it's pretty close to $500,000 of cotton off that field every time we harvest. So that field has just about at this point paid for itself. When I say that field, it was actually fields because those 2 fields are merged. And I think those 2 fields together cost like $3.5 million. I think. No, it can't be right. Is it right? Maybe it's 2.5 million. I don't think it's 3.5. Well, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure by now it's paid for itself. All right, turn this thing around here. And I got a funny feeling pretty soon Frank is going to tell me he's done. So yeah, now the only thing when I harvest up here, when I bring the class Lexi in up to field number 4, with the masher, I could go up there driving the combine with the header still on the front of the combine all attached. The Lexian can't do that because, yeah, the header went from a 9 meter to a 13.3 meter wide, so can't quite make it up the road. But it's fun. We're just going to be getting the harvest done a lot quicker up here. And as you saw the fields we have up here now, we need it to do quick because we got lots of fields. I am almost done here, and you can kind of see tire tracks in the field. Frank just drove on past. He went up to field number 4. And now he is seeding soybeans up there. So I need to get a move on here, but I am just about done at least plowing the field. And I think Frank Jr. is pretty much telling me that he's done weeding that field. He needs to come on down and weed the field that Frank was just in just a little while ago. I'm going to have to probably weed some of these fields twice because weeds were coming in as we're seeding, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And really, it's Frank Jr.'s job at this point to weed the fields, not mine. All right, one more pass here, and then I'll tell Frank Jr. where to go. But really, next time the weeds come in, it's just going to be small little patches in those fields. I might do them myself to just be easier. And now we have a much bigger field here as well, so more crop to harvest every time, which just means more for us to sell. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure I hit this button. That should limit it to fields only. Fold it on up. And since the TA is already nice and warm and cozy, and I think the TA is a fine vehicle, we're going ahead and just hook up the lime spreader to this thing and spread some lime down. I'll probably have to fill it up though. I don't know if I... Most of the time I try to remember to fill it up before I put it away. That way when I go to use it again, I'm not going to be able to sneak through here, am I? Kind of. Yeah, so when I go to grab it, it's already ready to go. Let's go ahead and unfold the plow. This is where we park this thing. And hopefully it's not, I got it onto fields only. Looks like it is. Alright, so the question of the day is the lime spreader full or not? Alright, it's not quite, but it must have been close enough where I said heck with it. Ooh, Frank Jr., I forgot about this field here. You need to come on over to that one right there. Kind of forgot about that field, which we just created that field, what, in the middle of this in-game day at some point? New fields everywhere. I may tell them just to wait a second because we don't have weeds in the entire field as of yet. Just got a little section to go that you'll have to wait for. I'll tell them to take perfect there, Frank. That's just wonderful. I always forget with the weeder though. It gets a little top heavy. No damage to the cab whatsoever. It's amazing. Let's just go ahead and put this down here. That way he'll be ready to go. You can take a 15-minute break. He probably has to after rolling that over. Okay, I rolled it over, but you get the point. So yeah, I'm going to have that little section right there to do because weeds does not grow there. But I need to get to work because Frank himself is going to be done with that field pretty darn soon. And I'm not going to spread lime just where it needs lime. We're going to spread lime on the entire field. And the one thing I probably should have done was, or should do, is use GPS here. But nah. No, don't really need it. I say that now. I'm going to miss a spot here and there, but for the most part, it's going to be okay. It's not going to take me too long to get this done, and then Frank can come on over. But once I get this done, I'm pretty much done for the day, I think. I just got to double check the factories and see how they're doing. Which I've already done that not long ago, so I know they're doing pretty well. Who put those trees there? There we go. And now, this is where the field pretty much ended. Much bigger field. Yeah, I didn't quite drive in a straight line here. I probably should have used GPS when I did it, but I did not. But it'll be all just fine. Watch out for that ditch. And once I get the headland done. And I always forget to do that. So, as you can see off in the distance, you can see where the water puddles used to be. You can get rid of those when you create a field by going into landscaping mode and just like if you plant down grass or something like that. Same thing like with the roads, you can get rid of roads. Sometimes you can see roads off in the distance because the field's not quite rendered in. If you just re-landscape it and then plow your field back in, you can get rid of that. I showed that somewhere at one point. Maybe when we made the field over by the sheep. That could be where I did that. Don't remember, but I showed it at one point. It's kind of weird how that kind of stays there even though you plow the landscape to create a field. I'm actually getting a little excited here because in a couple of days we're going to have lots of soybeans. And we know soybean prices can get up there. And we're going to have a lot of it. And who knows, maybe in a couple of days we'll have that loan down to $10 million. Probably not. I'm going to have to sell a lot of stuff to get it down that far. Yeah, I'm missing a little bit of the field there, but I'll probably go back and get it later on. It's going to be a nice day to get that loan below 10 million. One less digit to think about. Well, Frank Jr. just started weeding that field over there, and now Frank's over here, and we're going to create ourselves a field over here. Let's go ahead and add this to the list. And overwrite field, no, we want field number, this is 10. Overwrite field 10 edge path list. Yes, please. Alright, generate course. Now it's going to be field number 10, which it kind of is. Field number 10. Go around 3 times and just subtract a little bit so it does overlap. I'm not quite done putting lime down on this field, but we are close enough where I think we're not going to get in each other's way. And being a direct drill, we don't have to cultivate it, although technically we should. How about if I put the drill down so we get a little bit here? I always try to do the beginning of it because sometimes when they come back around and turn, yeah, they leave a big chunk kind of there. All right, he is going. So, yep, all the fields up here will be seeded today, which is good. So when we wake up in the morning, these fields should all be kind of grown. As you can see, I got a little bit left here. I say a little bit. It looks like quite a lot, actually, but the spreader, I should be able to finish the way it's going. Let's get down here and get this finished, because if I have to go fill up and come back, depending on the course Frank is taking, you might start to seed where I don't have any lime down yet. Yeah, I should be able to finish this before he gets there, I would think. I do have a couple spots where I need to go back, and I've been overlapping a little bit as well. But things are really looking good up here. Well, like I said, I think I just got to stop buying some land up here because I can't keep up with it all. The lower plateau's not that bad. I mean, we do have lots of land down. We don't have as many fields, but the land is covering a big area. But once I started working down there, they're working in the field for quite a while. Up here, the fields are a little bit smaller and not quite rectangular and square and all that, so sometimes the workers need help. But maintaining all these fields is getting me just a little bit too much. And the dog agrees back there. Geez, Frank is motoring around this field. Frank is probably thinking, I'm done. He wants to get done work. That's all he wants to do. Don't worry, Frank, it's your last field today. Your son might be out here working a little bit late, but yeah, you just got to finish this field here, and you're good to go. For me, it's a couple more passes, and I'm kind of done. Just got to go back and touch up a few spots. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to pay off anything off the loan today because I really don't have anything else to sell at this current point. Although I did say the milk price was going up. But nothing, I'm going to have to wait for that price to reach peak and see what it is. And that won't be until probably just before midnight because it just really started going up about maybe half hour ago. So that price is going to go up for at least another hour or two. And I got to bring the T8 back down because that's going to be busy tomorrow. That'll be in the grass field. Be following the Big M and making grass bales, and then we'll have to go around and wrap up the bales, and hopefully the silage price is good. Frank is already making his second headland around. Yeah, I think the bigger drill might, and you know, it would get the work done quicker in a way, I think, but also for how tight it is in some areas, it might be a little bit more difficult to make a few swings around here and there. I'm looking for spots that I missed. I can see it up here. I knew it was up here somewhere. There's one spot. Not that it's a big difference. I mean, we're talking small little spots here. I thought there was another one here somewhere, but if I don't see it right off, then I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's right there. I see it. And turn it on. And turn it off. Fold that up. Let's open up the cover, because now this is low enough. And I need to sneak through here. Can I go through there with the cover up? I can. And it should be this one. There we go. Alright, fill that up. Turn that off. I just need to do some tidying up around here. First thing I'll do is let's go ahead and put the combine away. And the corn header can go over here. I did repaint the corn header too, by the way. It is now, it says it's the color of class, but it doesn't quite look like it's an exact match for some reason. Maybe because the corn header is filthy. Can I fit that in? I used to fit the other one in here. This one, yeah, that should fit. It sneaks in there. Lower it down. And just spin this around like this. And perfect. Except for hitting the back wall a little bit. The header will stay out here because I'm not going to try to back that in anywhere. No, thank you. That would take me forever. So how much crop do I have on this silo here? Just to keep, I should have all the wheat in here. I do have some oats, a little bit of corn, and a little bit of sunflower. But it's basically just a feed for the horses and the chickens is what I have in here. But this is a silo we were putting everything into. So yeah, the canola is about the only thing I have in here right now. 316,000 liters. And now we're going to have a little bit of sunflower. And this truck and trailer does stay up here now because of the harvest. I guess I could bring it down if I needed it, but I do not. And actually I can park that right there because I may... There we go. I may be selling some things out of it, like the canola in the morning. Never know. Can we put that down, please? Park that up. And I got to bring the T8 back down to the big grass field because that's where I need it first thing in the morning. But now I just got to wait for Frank and Frank Jr. to finish up here. And then I can call it an evening. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.